How to add a shadow to text in Affinity. Let's get into it. Start by creating your text layer, then come over to the Layers panel, click into your text layer, and then come down to this FX button, click into this. This is going to bring you into the layer effects. The effect that you want to add is an outer shadow, so you need to click into it and enable it as well. It should highlight blue like this. Next, you'll be able to configure all of these settings. In the beginning, I recommend making the opacity 100 and the offset, bring it up so that you can actually see the shadow. You can decrease this later. Next, you need to choose the angle of which you want your shadow to present. So down here we have angle, and if we click around this, we can see it's changing the angle of which the shadow is. I'm going to go for something like this for my project. You can also click on this number and type in a number if you want to as well. Next, we're going to deal with the softness of the shadow. Some people may want to have a harsh blocky shadow like this, however some people might want a softer one. We can change this by increasing the radius up here, so if we click and drag on this, you're going to notice that your shadow is beginning to soften. Increase this to a level of which that you want for your project. Next, we can adjust the intensity of this shadow. You may want a more intense look. At the minute we have this set to 0. If we increase this, we can see that the shadow is becoming a bit more intense. It's got a little bit more body to it. Some people may want an extreme case. Some people may just want it ever so slight like I have right here. I'm going to leave mine to around about there. The final step in this customization is changing the opacity. Now, some people may want to keep the shadow like this. However, you can add transparency to it so it's not as harsh on your text. To do this, bring the opacity all the way down to 0 and slowly start increasing it until you're happy with how the shadow looks on your text. At this point, you may want to make further adjustments to the intensity as well. Opacity and intensity kind of go hand in hand here. One final step that you can take if you want a different coloured shadow is you can click into this colour box here. It will open up this colour wheel and you can choose from any of the colours within this colour wheel and fully customise the look of your shadow. I'm going to set mine to black. With all of that configured, you can click close on this window and then you have your shadow here. If you then want to make further adjustments to your shadow later on in your project, with this layer selected of your text, you can just come back into this FX window, come back into the outer shadow settings and reconfigure it however you want for your project. And that's all there is to it.